Entity 84, King Rasputin Bartholemew III, habitats, can be found wandering around any level he can logically access, currently under watch at MEG Outpost, redacted for protection of Entity. Description: Entity 84 is a singular large hairy dog that roams the many levels inside the Backrooms, seemingly with the same movement constraints of the many humans in the Backrooms as well. It is unknown whether Entity 84 is from the front rooms and simply no-clipped into the Backrooms, or if his origins are from inside, though his anomalous fur seems to point toward the latter. When petting Entity 84, one can fall into the never-ending fur that covers him, and end up on level 241. A red collar can be found under the fur around the neck of the entity, somehow not also falling into level 241 like other objects or creatures do. Attached is a metal bone-shaped label with the name King Rasputin Bartholemew 3 inches in small engraved text on one side. On the other side the instructions: if lost, return to the 7th dialect of the March of Atrodium, the killer of Jungham. It is unknown what these instructions mean or who either of the described characters are. Investigation pending. Behaviors: Entity 84 acts like an average dog. Despite his habitat, he will spend all of his time exploring the Backrooms, or following someone if he so chooses. Restraining him is ill-advised, as it does not only distress the entity but does not work due to the anomalous property of his fur. The entity seems to recognize dangerous situations or objects, such as firearms or knives. Anyone seen attempting to harm the entity is to be punished as seen fit. Other entities do not appear to attack the entity, rather ignoring him, or acting rather curious or friendly towards him. The entity reciprocates its actions. However, it was discovered in MEG log 3432 that given the chance, Entity 84 will bark or even attack to protect a human he has a strong connection with. It was also discovered in this same log that other entities are presumed afraid to attack Entity 84, choosing to flee rather than easily dispatching him. Biology: Entity 84 is a male 4-year-old canine, of the breed known as the Chow Chow. He seems to be in good health, and the fur that covers him is in a constant brushed state, even without being in contact with a person for a long period of time. Cutting said fur has been attempted to no avail. In an attempt to relieve him, a MEG operative shaved about 5 inches of fur off of the entity, which worked at first until it was discovered it had grown back within the next hour. He does not need to consume food nor water. However, when given the opportunity, will do so enthusiastically. It is recommended that you clean his face after feeding him, as he gets quite messy. His favorite food to date is peanut butter. Unlike a regular dog, however, when petting him, the fur on his body does not seem to connect to anything, instead of going deeper and deeper depending on where you begin. Doing this does not seem to hurt the entity. If approximately 30 cm into the fur of the entity, one will begin to be pulled into the fur via unknown forces. Whether this benefits the entity or not is unknown, though many choose to believe it does not for emotional purposes. When about half a meter into the fur, one will find themselves falling from the ceiling into level 241. Discovery: discovered by a small MEG task force wandering the halls of level 0, quickly followed by one of the members falling into level 241 through an attempt to pet him. Do's and don'ts: do pet him gently, but not too deep into the fur. Give him any treats or food you may have specifically for dogs, or feed him any meat you can spare. Give him some water to drink. Don't be mean to him. He's a good boy. Treat him as such. Feed him any foods harmful to dogs.